Hey, Internet. It's that time again. Chubby Cat, episode 10. Yeah, we're here. Double digits. 1-0. Boom. We made it. Season finale. I don't know. I'm your co-host.
I actually like the idea of us having seasons.
Right? Every 10 episodes a season.
That is pretty awesome.
It's pretty sick. Welcome. You made it through season 1. If you listen through episode 1 through 6, you're our true fans. If you only listen through 7 through 9, then you only got the G-rated shit.
I don't know if it's G-rated per se, but it's definitely not
PG.
the.
It was PG-13.
Yeah. Maybe R.
Only one
By
F-bomb.
Deadpool standards.
And maximum per episode, and just mild suggestive content.
Yeah, just mild.
Like you might catch a flash of nip. But
I mean, you might get a little like, oh man, that was a little bit of profanity, but
yeah,
you know,
not that much.
But I am your co-host, Tom, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely, lovely, hairy brothers. If they want to chime in here,
Jason, I'm actually not that hairy.
And I'm Sterling, and yeah, well, I've definitely got like the happy forest going on. I'll say that much.
Like the imaginary forest where the fairies live.
No, but happy forest. You know, if you understand happy trails and things of that nature.
I got you.
Waxing terminology.
I've got a dog on my lap, so I guess
There you
I
go.
got dog hair
That
on
is
me.
fuzzy.
Yeah.
That is fuzzy.
Get in there. But yeah, so you guys, we made it, episode 10. How are you guys feeling about that?
Good. I'm happy. You know, welcome to new listeners. Thank you for those listeners that have stuck through our beginning.
Yeah,
trial
it's kind
phase,
of
and
crazy. Like, so in the like podcasting hosting we use, like it gives us like locations of where we get downloads, and we now have a download in Texas.
Texas,
Good for
welcome.
you.
Shout out
welcome
to you,
aboard,
Texas.
Heyo.
Welcome aboard,
That was
Lone
cool.
Star.
And
Welcome aboard.
Yeah,
It's been especially cool, I think, these last couple episodes as our setup drastically improved.
yeah. I mean, we still have one ghetto shock mount that I need to replace because
Yeah.
the mic doesn't quite fit. I'm looking at it now over on the side, and
I'm a little afraid
like,
for my life.
so if all of a sudden you hear a clunk and then just some silence for a while, it's because the mic has fallen on Jason's crotch.
You might hear
Yeah.
a scream and then
Silence. I mean, we almost broke my board. That was pretty
we did.
good.
My dog jumped on a cord.
I have no beef with you, Anna. Like, I already have one dog with beef. Like, I thought we were cool. Now you're gonna start shit.
Yeah. But no, we joked about it, and like 10 seconds later, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah. So, I had a weird thought the other day.
As you do.
I do have some weird thoughts. You know, I just get lost in my head sometimes, and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting thought. But a cup of water with ice always stays the same volume. Like, unless you drink it. But I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you have
yes.
ice and water, and you fill a cup, but then the ice melts, turns into water, but it stays the same.
Yeah, it was because it takes up the same surface area, frozen or not. Like it's the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
amount of liquid,
Yeah.
just in a different state.
Yeah. But I don't know. I was just like thinking the other day, like I had an ice cup of water, and I was like, oh man, like.
Now, what would be interesting is if you filled the cup and then you somehow put ice in it without it overflowing and it melted, right? That would be interesting. But like you've already put the ice, you've already accounted for that volume,
Right.
So it's not very
I
exciting.
thought it was pretty deep. I
That's
thought it was
really
like,
strange.
I thought it was like a haiku, like.
I feel like I should hashtag high thoughts, but I know you guys aren't like participating.
No, we
in
don't.
That.
I don't do the drugs.
So
Yeah.
that's
Hashtag
really
Thomas
interesting.
Physics.
Hashtag Thomas Physics.
There we go. There we go. I like it.
I don't know. I was just saying the other day. I was like, oh man, that was real deep. But you know, when you sit there and
This is
you're taking pictures
groundbreaking.
of shoes for 8 hours, your mind tends to wander.
Don't
With
put the
itself.
pop filter
Yeah,
with your face.
it was good times. But that's my deep thought. Have you guys ever had deep thoughts?
I mean, I'm sure I've had deep thoughts, but
I suppose I have. I found usually mine's around particular periods of trauma in my life, and by that I usually mean emotional, and that's like during a breakup. And then I tend to get real deep about things. I start contemplating love and life and things of that nature. But
he's crawling in his skin.
mm-hmm.
These wounds, they will not heal.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is that from?
It's a Linkin Park song.
Linkin
Oh,
Park.
thank you. Well, sorry.
I don't know. Yeah, so I had like I think about that, and I also think a lot about like the Earth, like sometimes of how like macro we are, or micro to like the macro universe. Like, and that really freaks me out sometimes. I'm one person on a planet in the middle of a galaxy of billions of known galaxies, or like supposedly billions of galaxies of unknown like trillions of galaxies, and I'm breathing this air that's like perfectly supplied to like my system that somehow just was able to breathe this gas, and then like we just happen to be on this right planet far enough from this one star that supports life, that gives us like sunlight but doesn't overburn us or like freeze us to death. I don't know. Like, do you ever think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like a pretty reasonable argument for like creationism versus like evolution.
Yeah.
Like, what, you know, not to say one side or the other is wrong, and you know, it's your own opinion on religious beliefs or whatever, but I mean, that's like the whole concept, right? Is that there were too many coincidences that all lined up to make this possible. Now, on the other hand, if you extrapolate out to all the possible worlds and circumstances and universes, you know, I'm sure that there are other planets equally capable of sustaining life, whether they turned out like us or what have you. But I mean, I don't think it's, even with as many things that went right on our planet to support life as like what happened, I don't think that we're the only planet that was able to do so.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of that, you know, goes down to your faith, and some of that speaks to like a certain amount of anxiety as well. I know a lot of people do that. Thinking about that does actually provide them with a certain amount of anxiety, and you know, there's relief to be found in faith and thinking about it, and realizing that, you know, potentially there is other life out there. And I feel like this is a good way to like break into thoughts about movies. Like, how come in movies it's always the aliens are so much more advanced than us? What if they're, you know, were developing like us and just stayed in like the Neanderthal period for a longer time or something of that nature?
Yeah, almost like staying like in. I mean, it's hard because we have to compare it to like our own history, but like
Certainly.
like staying in primitive or like almost Greek or Roman like kind of hierarchy and stuff. Like, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the offset of it though is that I think the idea being that if our civilization currently can barely get to our own moon, let alone like explore other solar systems or galaxies or what have you,
That the aliens would have to come to us.
Yeah, like, you know, like the alternative is that we're the aliens.
Yeah.
Like, and you know,
Yeah,
that's not as relatable.
Funny enough, there was a movie, animated movie that Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
Mars, whatever.
Huh?
Was it Mars? I don't know. But they landed, like, he landed.
It was Planet 51. It was in a different solar system where it rained rocks, and they were stuck in. They were in the 1950s period, so they were just starting like a space program and exploration.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Like alien suburbs.
Exactly.
The astronaut was like the crazy, like
the
alien.
Oh, I like that. I like that premise of like the humans actually being like the alien.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And of course, The Rock, you know, the people's champion. Always great to see him in anything.
Yeah. I think he likes to be called Dwayne Johnson now. Like,
is he just going by Dwayne?
Yeah, because I mean, he's been acting a lot of stuff lately. Like,
but he is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I mean, it is.
His
name.
It's with him forever. But I don't think he. I think he just does Dwayne Johnson.
I think people have been calling him Rock.
Yeah, Rock.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
If I ever got to meet him, I would probably address him as either Sir or Rock, because he's just
Sir Rock
or Sir Rock, because which sounds like an alcohol, but he's just.
Oh my gosh, you guys, he would be awesome in a Turok movie.
Oh,
I would see him in a Turok movie in a heartbeat.
If anyone remembers Turok, early 90s, right?
Yeah, I think they also made one for either the PS2 or PS3.
Yeah,
I think.
probably.
Yeah, I don't think it was that good.
They had one for that. It would have been the PlayStation 2 era.
Yeah, because I remember I had the N64 version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to break away from your original topic, but yeah.
Oh no, dude, that's what we do here. We just keep it flowing, hopefully.
Yeah.
And if there's dead air, I cut it out. Oh my gosh.
I remember
Beautiful.
when...
Magic of editing.
So I was playing Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, on
Okay.
the N64. And I played it. I was having a really great time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on, and then I got to the spider level, and I stopped playing.
Fuck spiders.
I did not complete that game. I was like, it didn't matter that I had flamethrowers and cerebral bores and like my giant bow and like fucking grenades. I was like, nope, I am done.
Yeah, dude, spiders are scary. Even in games, you can't handle it. That or like whenever you're in open water in games, like, you know what game screwed? Like, okay, there's two games I can get back to that screwed me up for open water in games. Number one, Mario 64. That little like fish that chased you, but with the music, and it'd be like do 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 do, and it would eat you. That, and then Jack and Daxter. Jack and Daxter, if you hit that water, also there was like music, and then like some shark thing would eat you. I don't know, something about stressful about being in open water and like getting eaten. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. So Mario 64, what level was that?
It was like a. You enter into like it's almost like a quarry or something. It was like circular, and it was just you fell down into this water, and there was like a boat in the middle. You swam it around into it.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. It was like a giant fish thing that ate you.
It was it was like an eel.
eel.
A giant
Yeah,
eel.
yeah. Just no, can't handle it. So now in any game, whenever I'm in open water, I'm just like paranoid.
Yeah, even like I'll play like in like World of Warcraft,
Yep.
and they're like open water, and like you can see like the sharp delineation of like, okay, like here's like the shore, and then like, oh, it like falls off into this chasm, and I know like that's one of the things too, like when you're playing a video game and they don't have like a mechanic like the Jack and Daxter thing, whatever, like you know the water is safe because they didn't program anything in the water, but you're like, but what if they did?
Just to really
Yeah, like
mess
what if
with you.
what if in this one corner of the map this developer was like, I'm gonna put like a Kraken in here or something and just see what happens.
My phone wasn't charging.
See if anyone
Apparently
finds it.
decided to charge.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that concept. I'd go exploring. I mean, I have issues with open worlds in that fact that I get lost easily, and then I decide, you know what, the quickest way to get back, I'm gonna set my target on the mini map, and I'm just gonna head in a straight line. Whether that means I have to climb a mountain or go through
A level
zone
like
or
too
a
high
level.
for you.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
A
And
lot of saving sterling.
it has screwed me on many occasions, and it probably will continue to do so because when I start getting to that, I'm kind of stressed out from trying to get somewhere, and I just decide, all right, I'm going to go in a straight line. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Speaking of screwing people in open water, there was a time.
Wow.
There was a time that I think it was
Awkward.
GTA 4. Me and Jason were playing GTA 4, and we were playing like single player, but like taking turns kind of thing. And we put on like all these cheats, and one of the cheats was like a flying car. Like you can kind of like drive and like pull back on the thing, and it would fly out, and you just keep flying.
That's like a glide.
Yeah, it was like a
Very
glide
Harry
thing.
Potter-esque.
Fly
It's
long
awesome.
term.
Yeah. And then like had another thing where like cars could like be boats and stuff like that.
Awesome.
And like there was like acclimate weather, so like
Yeah.
it's like a windstorm.
Windstorms
So like
and
you would
stuff.
start flying, and you just all of a sudden start tumbling like in the wind.
It was really fun. Until like it was Jason's turn. I was doing something on the computer or whatever. I wasn't paying attention to his screen. And apparently why I was not paying attention, he just decided to fly as far as he could.
You went to the restroom.
Yeah, he just flew out as far as he could over the ocean until like he hit like the wall. And I came back and he's like, "Oh, it's your turn." I'm like, "Sick." And I was just like in ocean. Like just
He couldn't see land.
the farthest, and then I couldn't get back. Like I was trying to get back onto like it was
Oh, and-
like a
and-
bulldozer or something you flew out there.
Yeah. So there were two things.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
One, so I flew out there in the car
Yeah.
because that was way quicker. But as like the cars could drive on the water was the cheat.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got out of the car, you could not get back into
To
the
the
car.
car.
Oh.
So I flew out and then I crashed the car in the water.
Yep.
And then I got out and he was swimming and I was like,
Yeah.
swimming
Had
like
to
a
swim all the
swimmer.
way back.
But he was like, okay. So he started trying to like spawn these different, like he looked up like, okay, like I'll spawn it like a tank or like
Yeah.
a hovercraft,
Like something
trying
that
to
can
find
float.
something he could like get into and like climb onto
from the water.
Yeah. Climb on
And-
top and then get in.
So he's like, okay. And so he made this. Was it the tank that did it?
I think it was the bulldozer. I thought
It was a bulldozer.
It was like the dump truck.
Yeah, so he was making all this stuff, and he made this dump truck, and he like started to get into it, and like it actually like he was able to like hop out onto it, and he was like trying to open the door to it. Then the game freaked out, and like it stopped having him open the door, and he fell into the water.
Yeah, it started sinking.
But all of a sudden, the dump truck like turns on, like the ignition turns on, and it drives away over the
Yeah.
water.
Drives away.
Just as I was sitting there, I watched it just drive away.
Just took off across the waves into the distance. He's like, "What the hell was
I was
that?"
pretty pissed. So
So eventually,
I
he
just
wound up
killed
just
him.
drowning
Yeah,
himself.
and then respawned. That was pretty awesome. That was also the Ventures, a little one, which was like one of those little like ticket cop cars. You know,
Oh, right.
but it was
yeah.
like, but it was,
Like a three-wheel
but it was so
scooter.
light that like when you started like driving with the wind and everything on, like you just start flying all over the place.
Like you wouldn't be trying to fly.
Yeah,
It would
you
just, the wind would
you would
pick
wind
you
just
up,
pick you up and you start flying
and you
everywhere.
start flying.
It was good times. You're just like, oh, little one. It was just I don't know. There's this great thing you do in
That
that
game
game.
with all the mods is one of the most insane things. I just recently saw a video for a Harry Potter mod.
Oh yeah,
You
in
get a
GTA
wand.
5, yeah. Yeah, driving around on the Nimbus, it looks
Yep,
like. Yeah.
Nimbus, and then you blast people with a wand. It's like, wow, drive-by wanding.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
So speaking about high school gaming,
Yeah.
in the PS2 era,
PS2, good.
there was a time where I rented this game. I heard good things about it, called Shadow of the Colossus.
It's a great
Oh
game.
my.
And
We need to revisit that game.
oh yeah,
Get Sterling into it.
So I was like,
remember.
this seems like a cool concept. It's just boss fights. Tom was like, that's cool. I'm like, yeah, I think we could beat it in one night. I heard there's only 8 bosses. And so, like, it seems pretty reasonable. Like, we killed the first boss. I'm like, yeah, like, you just have to find him, and then you climb around them, and you stab them in weak spots until they die. So, we get started at, like, 8 at night, maybe. Mm-hmm. We're trading off every other boss. Like, one of us would just get the controller. And so, we're going through it.
And it's just boss fights, and like
It is.
you just like they're giant colossal bosses that you climb and stab with a sword and stuff. It's pretty simple but
there's,
pretty
like,
fun.
Giant
Basic
monsters.
mechanic, yeah.
Typically, they're like giant monsters around like 80 to 120 feet tall, and you're like this like 12-year-old boy with a sword that you like climb up them, and you like find weak points and you jab your sword into it until they die. Like, simple mechanic, but they'll like try to throw you around and like get you off because they realize what you're doing, kind of thing. And then you just, when you kill them, you travel back to like the central temple, and then you find the next boss. And so, very fun little mechanic and an entertaining game. So we're like, okay, cool. Kill the 8th boss. We're like, all right, man, let's go head back. Let's see the credits roll. No, it sends us on another one. I was like, okay.
We're like, oh, maybe it's like
we get to
12 or 10 bosses.
We get to the 9th boss. We're like, okay, well, it was an even number, so all right. So get there, kill the 9th boss. We're like, it must be 10. I must have misread. 11th boss comes around. Must have been 12. It wasn't more than 12 though, so we're good. 13th boss rolls around. It's now 4 a.m.
It's getting late.
It's getting late.
Or early, depending on how you look at it.
I was like, okay. So 15th boss finally rolls around, and at this point, finally Thomas is like, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, we got to look it up. It's like it's we've been up for a while.
It's now 6 a.m. And finally we saw that there were 16 bosses.
Yeah, and we hadn't like looked up any playthroughs yet. Like, so it was like
Yeah,
it
it wasn't like
straight up, we're going to play this game.
yeah, and it wasn't like we were beating bosses on first tries. It was like, okay, we got to figure out the mechanic, get this done. There was one cat boss that was like in the higher levels that would like chase you, and like you had to chase it with fire. It was like this whole thing, and we must have died on that boss at least 16 times before we figured out like how to actually beat this stupid cat.
Yeah, because it was tiny. It was like the size of like a lion, but like unusual for the
Yeah, it was, like,
normal
fast
scale of the
and-
bosses.
It was stupid, and you had to hide from it and climb pillars.
So finally on boss 16, we look it up, and it turns out the 16th boss was the final one.
Yeah.
And Thomas was like, oh, it's the final fight. And he was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. And he was just looking at like a guide to try to figure out how many there were. And it was my turn to do the boss. And he's like, it says immediately go right. Like right when the boss fight starts. And I just started it. Like I could see the boss. I was like, okay. So I like duck right. And immediately this giant laser beam comes like flying down.
Yeah, it was
the
like
corridor
rubble
that
and
would have
shit.
killed me.
Yeah, it was
and I was
good.
like, oh my god, what was that? And he's like, I don't know, but it says as soon as you go right, like jump and then like go for this wall. And like I was like, okay. And like I jump and like then the wall I was at like explodes. And then he's like, all right, now you're gonna like duck and crawl and then go down this like hole. Like it was like he was just reading it like and like as it was happening to me. So I'd have like a 1 second like reaction time of like, oh shit,
Gotta do this.
All right, go here.
It's a lot like that VR game that's out, Keep Reading or Everyone Dies, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I've seen a lot of Let's Plays of it where like someone's wearing a VR helmet and like trying to defuse a bomb while the other person's like reading the instructions. Like they're like, okay, I see this, and you have to like go through and like find it and
God,
stuff.
that sounds brutal.
Yeah, it sounds brutal, but it sounds a lot of fun. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's like doing Surgeon Simulator, but having one person control the fingers and one
Yeah,
person control the hand.
Yeah. I don't know. So, you guys, anything you want to talk about while we're here? While we're diddling our diddles.
I'm not diddling anything.
Yeah?
Yeah, no.
No?
No diddling.
I mean, all of our
No
pants are
diddles.
off and we're just...
No diddling.
No, why are we back to this?
Oh, wait. Ready? Diddle.
Diddle.
Those
That was
those
it?
Grade
Wow.
A gags. Like you get
Yeah.
from
I don't know.
Chubby Cat.
Yeah. You come here for the grade A stuff. What is that sound? It sounds like an airplane.
Yeah, it's like an airplane that's just like apparently like a
It's gonna land
jump
on-
jet that's landing on,
On our
trailer.
street. Yeah.
I thought it was a lawnmower.
No.
No.
Okay, so I have a couple
Yeah,
things.
that's a lawnmower.
Damn, lawnmower. Get your
Well, there was
engine
also an
checks.
airplane, but
oh,
no,
yeah.
yeah, now there's just a lawnmower that's left. You're right.
Huh.
So I have some fun topics I
Home
want to talk
Depot
about.
stuff.
So Thomas and I every weekend now for the last I don't know year or so
It's been a lot.
we've hung out.
Yeah. Is this you breaking up with me right now? Is this what's about to happen?
No,
Oh,
Finally, the end.
no, but so
It's
Thomas
over.
it's
isn't it?
over.
Thomas has a rule that he only gets Starbucks on weekends.
Yeah. Because I
So-
would buy it every day if I could.
That like it's this way to like he doesn't only drink coffee on the week, but he only gets Starbucks on the weekends. So pretty much every Saturday around like 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm like, coffee? And he goes, yes. And we go get coffee. And that's how we start our Saturdays, like
Yeah.
our hangouts.
It's a good
And-
good day.
It's good.
For
Good
for the
routine.
last, and then around 1 o'clock, Sterling's like, hey, I'm awake. And we go figure out what we're doing with him.
Yes.
But
Valid.
Thomas and I wake up at normal people hours, and so
That's because we go to sleep at normal people hours.
Right,
where
correct,
Sterling
yeah.
goes to bed at like 6
Sterling
a.m.
posts us on Facebook at 6 a.m. So
Yeah, that is also.
I have many a text messages from 4 a.m. just like, look at this article. Look
Yeah.
at this article.
I think you like this pin.
Sorry, that's a new thing. I've really gotten into Pinterest, but yeah.
So hard.
Okay, so anyway, so we get Starbucks, and for the last month or so, Thomas has changed his name every time he goes in.
Yeah.
He orders under a different name.
For funsies.
So I wanted to hear your opinions on it, because like today, the lady asked my name, and I said Jason.
Oh, and then I called you Scott.
He's all, don't lie to her, Scott.
And she was like, your name is Scott? You lied to me?
And she got this look on her face. She's like, what?
So betrayed.
And I was like, no. And she's like, why are you lying, Scott? And I was like, my name's not Scott. I wouldn't be a good Scott. That doesn't fit me at all.
Yeah. You just say it with conviction. People don't give a shit and they just believe you.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's like the one time, because I do this every now and then. Like, I have spits where I'm just like, I don't want to give my name. There's one time at Jamba Juice, I gave the name Elton John. So when they called out Elton John, I just like, oh, sorry, no autographs today. Sorry, thank you. And I went up and got like my drink. And it was like only a room full of like 6 people in the whole place.
He was
But-
like 17.
Yeah,
Clearly not Elton
clearly
John.
not
Yeah.
Sir Elton John.
It's different.
Yeah,
Very different.
I don't know. Keeps you entertained. Keeps you on your feet.
Keeps you young.
Yeah. There was a time I pretended to be the 5th Jonas brother, performing at our like local like trolley station,
Yeah, that
like
was for a variety show, the TC&J show.
TC&J show back in like high school. But we do like a concert here in where we live during around the holidays, and like people will, like perform and sing. And yeah, I pretended I was the Jonas brother.
It happened to be that night.
And it happened to be
so-
that night. So I just walked up to people. I was like, hey, come see me sing tonight, perform. Like, yeah, I'm, what was it? Like something, I was Brandon Jonas? Ben Jonas?
No, I think you were Frank Jonas.
Frank Jonas. I was Frank Jonas.
Frank Jonas.
That could be actually a Jonas brother now
Yeah,
to think
that's
about it.
probably.
We didn't do a lot of
Hell of a
research.
name, yeah.
And, you know, I was wearing like a vest and like a button down and like had a fedora on, I think. I had like my sister's like microphone from like her karaoke set. It wasn't like, didn't have a cord or anything. It was like broken.
Just a microphone.
Just the microphone.
Yep.
And yeah, I just ran up to people. I was like, hey, like I'm performing tonight. Come check me out. I'm Frank Jonas. I'm trying to go single. Like I'm trying to like break away from my brothers. Like, yeah, like
The desperate 5th Jonas brother
Yep.
just trying to get a little bit of stardom.
yeah. And I got a couple of people interested. And they're like, yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
like really, like there was one guy who was like unloading like boxes of food
Yeah.
for like the Quiznos that was over there.
Yeah.
Oh, Quiznos.
It was
Sad,
pretty
the
good.
sad,
Sad to
story
say.
of Quiznos.
Oh, and then he
Oh, do you remember
walked
those
up,
commercials?
Oh,
and then he walked up to a guy that was actually unpacking the sound equipment,
Yeah. And I was like,
Like-
oh, I'm performing here tonight.
and he's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Yeah, is that my stuff?" And he's like, "I don't know, I'm just undoing it, like I'm just unloading the stuff."
I just work here, damn it.
I'm like, cool. Do you know where
He's
sound
like-
check is? Like,
Yeah, he's like, "Cool," and like I'm recording this all, and the guy's like, "No," he's like, "Oh, that's fine. Do you know like where my contact would be? Like,
Yeah,
who's
like,
my
how's-
point of contact?" And he's like, I don't know. I really just unload
This
stuff.
poor guy.
Yeah, and he's just like,
it's like, who the fuck is this kid right now in my face? Like,
Yeah. Please just leave.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
good times. Good
Too
times.
good. Yeah, so that was
I like
good
my
stuff.
name too much to change it. I mean, my family all does that at Starbucks. They all use a different alias. But I just like my name.
Yeah. I mean,
Segue. Children's names.
are you telling us right now that you're pregnant?
No.
Oh.
But I'm saying, like,
Wow, you think that was going to be an announcement? Chubby Cat first.
Yeah.
Chubby Cat first. My wife doesn't even know yet.
just gonna make it happen.
Breaking news. I
No, but like, what are your?
mean, I already have some picked, but like,
Yeah,
I'm afraid like
what
if
are
I
your
drop them,
top
people are
picks?
gonna steal it.
Just say trademark.
Trademark.
Does that actually count?
I don't
Yeah,
think you
no, copyright.
I don't think you
Right,
trademark a
right.
name. Like we're not
Why
Paris
not?
Hilton trying to trademark That's Hot. Like,
Oh God.
you remember when she tried to do that, you guys?
What if we just do patent pending?
Patent pending.
Come on, Donald Trump tried to patent like you're fired.
Did he really?
Yeah, that was a thing.
It's
Our
his-
now president-elect tried to do that once.
That guy used to have a show, man.
He
He did.
slogan.
The Apprentice. The Apprentice.
The
Not as cool as
Apprentice.
Ronald Reagan, though.
Apprentice. Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Ronald Reagan used to be an actor.
Well, he used to be an actor, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying Donald Trump had a reality show.
Oh,
not
yeah.
as cool as Ronald Reagan. He used to be an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sorry, what we're talking about presidents. Favorite president? Like,
Whoa.
Just
we're
going at it right now.
But,
Whoa. Segue.
but
Segue.
segue within a segue. But I mean, there's one right answer.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Teddy Roosevelt. But I also have a place in my heart for
Wrong.
fuck you.
Wait, no, I'm interested.
That's
Go
our one
for it.
F-bomb. I'm a history major.
That's our third.
What?
Dude, you guys,
You're
we're on a
not listening.
podcast. We can say fuck as many times as we want.
Oh, well, I know, but I thought we were trying to keep it like R or PG-13.
Fuck.
Okay,
Fuckity fuck,
all right, we're
fuck.
good. Anyway,
Fuck.
That one was kind of sexual.
that one was really sexual.
I got
I
weird.
totally lost my place.
Your favorite president,
The wrong one.
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah, I love Thomas Jefferson.
the guy who slept with
Slave
all of his
owner.
slaves.
He didn't sleep with all his slaves, but yes, he did have a family with his slaves.
Yeah.
He was a huge endorser of slavery.
But
What?
he's I mean,
Sterling tacitly
wasn't.
endorses slavery.
whoa, no, you can't say that.
Whoa!
I won't slander your name, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas.
Not
Oh.
Thomas Jefferson though. I'm not Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, not Thomas. Yeah. Anyway, I just, from a presidential perspective, be it may, whatever happened in his personal life, things of that nature, it's come out. If you look at it through the filter of the times,
Yeah, it was normal.
it was commonplace.
Yeah.
But whatever you might say, you judge him. But you know, he's responsible for the Louisiana Purchase. He was
yeah.
a scientist.
Rob the French.
That too.
It's kind of funny though if you think about it, because he spent a lot of time in France helping like
Yeah.
them out, and then came
Yeah, he
over
helped
here.
them, helped them with their revolution when they helped us with ours.
Yeah, and then he came over here. I was like, hey guys, nah,
Yeah.
this is our place now.
I mean,
I always just found it remarkable. He had a great scientific mind as well as a great literary mind, and so
Yeah.
a lot
I mean,
of
it
his
was better
works-
than our plan with Mexico, where we started a war,
And we just kept moving the border.
and then we're like, and then we're like, you know what? You're right. You're in way too deep. Just give us California.
Yeah, just
Well, what about when we took Texas and we literally just kept moving the border back?
well,
It's-
Texas was one of those issues because there were people from the United States who were living there who came into conflict
Yeah.
with Mexico.
Yeah, it was just fun.
Yeah, but you know,
History's
in
fun, you
truth-
guys.
Yeah, history is fun. But anyway,
It's full of blood and screwing people over.
true. But
Especially
yeah, so,
our history.
yeah. But
Yeah.
back to names. I don't know. There's.
Oh, this is baby names. If you
baby
lost track
names.
where we
back
went,
to baby names. Yeah.
because we
Bringing it
fell,
back.
we went down that rabbit hole.
We went down. Yeah,
Reeling it in.
always.
But real quick, the reason I like Teddy Roosevelt, 'cause I just felt like he was like a badass,
It really
absolutely he was a badass.
absolutely.
a rough rider. Like
He literally got shot and finished his speech.
yeah.
He's like, assassination attempt, no big deal.
Dude, the only other person I can think of top of my head that did that I also respect is like Bob Marley.
Oh yeah, true.
He got shot and he was like, no, I gotta still go out and like do my shit, because then if I don't, like they won, like the hate won. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, Bob Marley.
Right? I'm not normally big on like the Bob Marley trivia, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
One thing that
a
made me
huge fan.
sad is that he had cancer. He had a melanoma in his toe, and he refused to get it treated, and that's what killed him. That made me quite sad. It's like I just for something like that. So it's like, oh,
Yeah. Episode 10's kind of all over the place right now, you guys.
Really?
It's
like,
really is.
scattered.
It's just fucking scatterbrain. You know what would help that? Show notes. But I feel like that's just too much to ask right now from Chubby Cat.
that might be
Might be. So baby names.
baby names. What are some good ones? I have a list.
I don't have a list. I have like the two. Like that's how I know if I found the one, if she's cool with my names.
Yeah. Sterling's raising like an army.
Yeah.
apparently.
Well, you know, I have to be prepared. I have had like 9.
Huh?
What does
I
that
do have
mean?
like 9 aunts and uncles.
I can
on
tell
my
you after
father's
the
side.
podcast. But yeah, no. So if I ever have a boy, like, I mean, everyone, because I'm actually the third, So everyone like makes a joke like, "Oh, you're gonna name your son the fourth? He's gonna be a fourth?" I'm like, no, like, screw that. Like that. There's no cool name. Like, I can't do that to my son.
Why not?
I don't know.
Thomas Conyers the fourth.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, that's.
I'm not trying to make a
that's
monarchy.
fine.
Like,
Well, I think it's nice. I think family names are cool. I mean, we have various ones. I mean, if I get the chance to, I would name one of my sons, Sterling Morris.
Yeah.
I'd be totally on board with that.
what if I used
love
my
name?
What if I used my middle, like my son's middle name was my name? So if it was like I really want to name my son Neville after like my favorite like book character, and I know it's really lame, but like also I think Neville's just a good name that doesn't get a lot of like surgeons.
Thomas
No.
Conyers.
Neville Thomas Michael Conyers the third. Conyers.
Oh, that's
Another Conyers.
awful. Another Conyers. That's brutal.
That's next level.
That is next level.
Neville. I mean,
That's the
I
name
feel like
section.
someone would try and shorten that, but I'm not sure what kind of nickname.
I know
would
you
come
can't really
from
do
that.
like Nev.
Nev.
Yeah, Neve.
Neve.
Phil.
N.
It's like Phil but with a V.
Yeah.
Hey Phil.
I don't know. I just always liked that name, and I don't know. It was just I mean, yeah, of course he's like one of my favorite characters, but also I just like the name, like Neville. Like
No.
like I haven't met a lot of kids named Neville, and I feel like it's not one of those names that kids would make fun of. Hopefully, I mean,
feel like it's
No, I'm
definitely a
sure
name
he will
kids make
definitely.
fun of.
He will definitely get made.
yeah,
fun
because I
of.
mean it's so different.
So
Yeah.
that you might have to be tough. So
Oh, dude, my
that.
kid's gonna be so tough.
And his namesake didn't get cool until like the 7th book. Like,
Yeah,
he
it's
started
kind of
out
rough.
pretty nerdy, and his dad is pretty nerdy.
I don't know. He's cool. I don't know. I just appreciate that.
No, I mean, I'm sure kids can find a way to make fun of like any name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
but like,
It's true.
I just don't think Neville is safe from that.
Yeah,
No, really.
but I don't know. Neville. So hopefully, whoever I have a kid with will be cool with that. I don't
For
know.
like the first 4 months that I knew Sterling, I kept wanting to call him Silver.
that's
I'm like, that's not his name.
that's pretty common.
But
Yeah.
like, it's close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Like-
called Thomas the Train a lot.
Thomas the Train.
Tommy Guns.
Tommy Guns is recent.
Tommy Guns is very recent
just
with just
Andrew.
one friend. Yeah.
Yeah, only one friend. There's only 3 people in this world that can call me Tommy. And our mutual friend Tommy Gun, who can call me Tommy Guns. And then there's 2 old Jersey grips out there in the industry, and they can call me Tommy Boy. And it's just because they're old and Italian, and I'm like, okay,
Sure, I'm Tommy Boy.
whatever you need, man.
If that makes you happy.
Whatever makes you happy.
Huh.
As for girls' names, I don't know. I never really thought about it. Maybe like Piper,
I like Cleo.
Lindsay.
Elena.
Like Cleopatra, or like just Cleo?
Just Cleo. I just like Cleo. It's a cute name for a girl.
Cleo. How would you spell that?
Cleo.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
simple.
Just keep it basic. Yeah. I've always been a fan of Elizabeth.
Elizabeth's a great name.
Lots of various names you can always go with, and so that's good for girls. I kind of like Raina as well. I actually had a babysitter named Raina, and she was awesome. So I would consider naming a daughter Raina. Good memories there.
I've never heard anyone named Raina.
Really? Yeah. Then I get weird and historic, and I've also like Persephone, Hestia. I know I'd probably ruin this girl's life. If
Yeah, like Persephone kind of sounds cool.
Yeah.
Hestia is a pretty rough name for a high school girl.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. That's why that one's pretty low on the list. Magdalena.
Plus, like
And kind of call her Meg.
knowing
Meg or Maggie.
Yeah.
knowing like your size and genetics, like I'm not saying she'll be a big girl like chubby, but like she'll probably be tall. Like,
She will be tall.
She's gonna
It's-
be like
yeah.
a bigger girl, and
Yeah.
like a name like Hestia, like that's
Yeah.
rough.
That would
she,
be rough.
she almost
Hefty
needs,
to
like, a
Hestia,
dainty name.
Hestia, Hefty.
Yeah, like she can't be like a 6 foot tall girl with like a manly name.
Yeah.
That'll mess her up.
Kind of like Annabeth.
Annabeth, yeah.
That's a cute one.
I never understood like the hyphenated names though. Like like Joanne
Oh, like
or Bobby Lee or
Bobby Joe.
Bobby-
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little too. Nothing against country, but it's a little country for me. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I never understood that.
Yeah,
I
it's
never,
kind of-
I never
it's
got
kind of a strange
like
one.
yeah, I never got on it. Never got on
or
that train.
altering the like names that like are like known. People tend to do that a lot too. It's kind of rough.
Yeah.
So I've joked a lot about naming my son Maximus. Like, it's
Oh,
I feel like
you were
that's-
joking?
I feel like
thought
that's
you were
not
real.
a joke. I
Yeah.
so thought you were
I
serious.
thought you were serious about that.
no,
No?
yeah, I mean, like I wouldn't be opposed to it. But,
Right.
Like
It's not a bad name.
it's not in of itself a bad name.
I mean, because you can put Maximus on the birth certificate and just call him Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be Max his whole life.
But I don't know. It's kind of grown on my wife now, and we might want to name our son Maximus, which I wouldn't be upset with. But I also like I'm not like
Yeah.
I need this name.
Yeah.
But I actually really like the name Gavin recently. Like,
Gavin. Yeah,
That's a good
Gavin's
one.
good.
It's just like
It's a
just
solid
like a
name.
strong name, like a good 2-syllable name. I also like Booker.
Booker.
From Infinity.
Yes. but
BioShock Infinity?
Yeah.
Infinite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Booker.
It's just like I don't know. It's another cool like
It's a cool, unique name.
unique name. Yeah. But like if I had to go like right now, I'd probably do like Gavin.
Gavin. Yeah, I like Gavin. I could be an uncle to a Gavin. I don't know if I could be an uncle to
Thought
a
about naming
Booker.
your son Percival. Call him Perry.
No.
Why not?
What about Perseus?
Perseus? Why not? Yeah, throw back some old Greek names. Could be Percy.
Percy.
Yeah, Percival's. I don't know.
Why not? That's good. It's a knight. It's a knight's name. Round table.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe leave it at the round table.
Oh, ouch.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Gauntlet
it's again
Throne.
one of those names where like it'll be tough. Like people had a hard time with like my old last name, which was Packer.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
yeah,
I don't know why.
I don't know either. I never
Yeah,
understood
that's
it. But like
strange.
you know what I mean? Like if that's a tricky name for our modern society. Then like Percival,
Yeah.
he doesn't stand a chance.
Okay.
Every teacher and substitute will ever.
So kind
have.
of going off names here. Do you guys ever have like a cool nickname? Like I remember I really liked my nickname just because my name is Thomas Conyers. So my nickname always reverted to TC. Like my dad called me that for like as long as I could remember when I was a kid in a cul-de-sac. And when I moved out here to San Diego, it kind of just died off until like our drama teacher just one day started calling me TC, and like it just took off like a wildfire again. Like teachers were calling me TC, and I was like, oh yeah, I've heard it before. Like I don't know. So I got lucky with that. And then the one time I used to get made fun called Thomas the Train, but the one time I was like okay with being called Thomas the Train was in soccer. I played a lot of soccer when I was younger, and I would play left defender. And there was one time during a scrimmage match, like, because I was always I was a chunky kid. And I'm chunky now, you know. And there was like always that really good skinny kid that was like fast, you know. That was always the forward and always like was the popular one. And he was running up on me on goal, and I had been like running, like I'd been like working hard. Like I was like I want to be good, you know. And I was able to like get up to him, and I basically like bulldozed him down and got the
body
ball
checked
away
him.
from him.
Yeah,
And
right.
like another person came up trying to get the ball from me, and I just knocked them down. I knocked down like 3 people during this like scrimmage, and I shot on goal. I didn't make it, but like I just like plowed through like 3 kids. And I remember afterwards my coach was like Thomas the Tank or like Thomas the Train, and I was like fuck yeah. I remember like a kid being like where's our nicknames, and he's like knock down 3 kids. Go get on it. And I just remember being like yeah.
I don't know if I've ever really had a nickname.
No?
I mean, not really. My name's Sterling.
And yeah, I was say like your name's already like unique enough, like Sterling.
Yeah, I was about to say my.
I call you Sterlia.
Yeah, I go to
Bro
Sterling
Sidon.
now.
We do a lot of different takes on brother and bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bro Montana.
Bro Dixua.
That's.
No, I don't think we've ever done that
I
one.
think that's the first.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that
a-
was the first
That's
time.
the first album
Yeah.
album
Yes.
drop. Look for my first album, Bro Dixua.
Jason referring to me as Sterlia. That's a younger sister used to call me Dado because I was just a smaller version of my dad. So instead of being, he was dad and I was Dado when she was a baby, and because she couldn't say Sterling.
Yeah,
That's about it. What?
nothing. I just don't want to take it there.
Oh, what?
I get wigged out when people call people daddy.
Oh, I said Dado.
I know, but
Oh.
but you saying dado took me to people calling people daddy, like in a relationship, and it's just
Oh,
that always wigged me out. I don't know. It doesn't always. It does.
it does. It does. It does. It does.
It
really
does. It just wigs me out.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I let someone know that like once when I worked with him, and he would just like text me going, "Hey, what's up, daddy?" Because he'd be on the phone with his
Love it.
boyfriend.
Yep.
He'd be on the phone with his boyfriend, like, "Oh yeah, daddy, what are you gonna do to me later?" And I'd be like,
Official uncomfortable.
"I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just not uncomfortable that they're gonna go mess around. It's more like just like the daddy part." So I was like,
Why?
I don't know, man.
Yeah. That does weird you
Like,
out.
cause I don't know, like
You do.
the father figure, the dad figure is like someone, I guess, like we put in like a place of like household like power, like we look up to them or like they have control, you know, I would say.
The patriarchy.
Yeah, the patriarch. So then when someone uses like the form daddy, like in a relationship, it's like because they want to be like controlled. Like that's what kind of like the thing I get
Yeah,
from it. So it's like
that's
it's
what it is.
yeah. So it
It's
just
like-
wigs me out. And I'm like,
Well, until you're in one of those relationships, you don't know until you try it.
Oh, dude, I would shut that down so fast. If someone was like, "Oh, daddy," I'd be like, "Nope,
Just nope.
I'm not your father."
Just bail
Connor's
out.
like, so where do you want me to drop you off?
Yeah, we're
Like,
so this is over now, right?
It's over.
We've been dating for 3 years. Yep.
Yeah. We have a
Great.
child. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Neville. I'm leaving.
That's it.
Daddy's out.
Daddy is out.
Neville, come with daddy. No, yeah, that's right. No, I never really had it. I mean, people call me like Jay. If
Yeah.
you shorten my name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a nickname. It's just like one of those like lazy like name shortenings.
You know what's kind of weird though is whenever like I picture spelling your name like you're J, I do it from like Men in Black, like just
Just
J.
the letter
Just
J.
the letter J.
I'll take it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I was
I'll
like,
be honest. Yeah, J
Yeah,
is just
like-
J.
yeah, because you have JAY, but I'm like, no, just
Just Jay.
Just J.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's how I imagine it in my head whenever
I've
I
had-
say it.
Coaches and a couple people mess up my name. Like I've been called on occasion, Steven. That was weird.
That doesn't even, your name doesn't even look like Steven.
Not even remotely. And
Not
so
even
there
close.
was Steven and someone called me Philip. That was really strange. I was like, what the? I've been playing football for you for the last year. And
I mean, maybe like let me try it real quick. Ready? Hey, Philip.
I wouldn't even respond. Like they were definitely referring to me. And it's like I was
just gonna try to role play, but yeah, what's up, Philip?
I just can't even get into it.
Fail bit.
Phil bit.
Thanks. Yeah.
Total Phil moment.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, and then now I have a new nickname apparently, courtesy of XCOM.
I don't know if it is a nickname yet. Like, we haven't used it in.
Well, let me in on this, so if I can.
It's
try
it's
it
the
out.
one. Like, so in XCOM, I don't know if you ever played it, but like, I'm playing XCOM right now, and I have a rule. Like, if a character makes it through the first mission and they get promoted, I give them a name of a person I know. So I have I have Sterling, I have Jason, I have other people we know, and Jason's name for a while, his nickname became Whiskey. Like the game assigns nicknames, so his nickname on my game is Whiskey.
I like it.
Yeah, which was good. Sterling's, I believe, was Echo for a while. I restarted the campaign, so I don't know what your name is yet. Funny enough for me though, is my nickname in the game first off was Boom Boom because I'm a heavy guy with a rocket launcher.
I like it.
And then this new campaign that I started, I became a heavy guy again, and my nickname is Boom Boom once again. So I'm like,
Nice.
oh.
It was
But
meant to
I
be.
do
Boom,
not
boom,
want
and whiskey.
my nickname to be Boom Boom.
It's too late.
Are you sure? 'Cause
I mean, I can change it. I can change it in game.
Oh,
You got the double nickname.
yeah.
I don't know. But
It's fine.
It's
yeah, I
meant
just
to be.
Can't.
It's
I
like
can't
when they
do it.
suggested hand cannons for me in Destiny.
Yeah, we got to get you the last word, dude. I think he would like it.
Oh.
You would love the last word, but it would not like he would not like the last word for PvE, which is mostly what he plays,
Yeah,
because it's garbage for aiming.
yeah. I guess. I don't know.
I fire from the hip a lot.
Yeah.
It's not reassuring.
I know.
Yo, dude, she just shot at you with your eyes closed. Hey, did you shoot at me with your eyes closed?
Good iRobot.
It worked, didn't it? Aim, and then fire.
Thanks, Will Smith.
Thank you, Will Smith.
You're welcome. I'm here all day. Yeah. So, I mean, thank you for joining us on that really random 10th episode.
Yeah,
It was-
sorry.
it was
we were
meandering.
little-
It was a lot of meandering. I mean, we have notes. We didn't use any of our notes.
I used one. Of
I
my
used
notes.
one of my notes as well.
one note. I just contributed on your guys' notes.
But we promised our season premiere for season 2 will be better.
Yeah.
Um,
Episode 11.
Episode 11. We're now officially in. I mean, I guess this episode would be double digits, but now we're like,
Will it be themed?
ooh,
Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We might pick a theme and then just run with it, folks. And
Just
you
run
can
in.
join us.
Running.
You might have to pay a gratuity for using that.
For saying run.
For saying run in. That was Black Eyed Peas.
I know, but we
Saying.
didn't use 30
I
seconds.
feel like Fergie will come after you for that.
Oh,
No.
dude, Fergie, please. What's up, Fergie? I would be like, hey, what's up, Fergie? And also, I don't think it comes from another song. The run in, and then it goes whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
No.
but now we're breaking into 2 copyrights.
Yeah.
There's no copyrights, you guys. You gotta look up some copyrights here. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Check us out on the Twitter, Chubby Cat Crew. On the Instagram, Chubby Cat Crew. We post there throughout the week. pictures of cats and whatnot.
Yep.
Stay posted for
anything
our,
that'll entertain you.
Our update on our lawsuit from Fergie.
Yeah, for saying running like
Apparently.
for 5 seconds.
Hey,
I mean-
I'm just saying.
I mean, you know that's illegal. Like talking, like having your coworkers talking to the language. It's illegal.
Don't
Wow.
bring that up again.
Did anyone look it up?
Just fucking call back into episode 1.
Wow. Hey.
Just that's how you want to go out? That's how you want to go out?
Yeah.
Episode 10, just want to start there?
I just want to go on the record. I still disagree.
Episode 10. Starting shit.
Starting shit. But no, seriously, guys, I thank you so much. Please catcall us on the Twitter, either using hashtag catcall or at Chubby Cat Crew. But please don't put it at the beginning of the Twitter, because then it'll go to the people that follows us. So put it somewhere in your message. But yeah, if you guys tweet about our show or anything, we'll make sure to give a shout out on our next podcast.
Cool baby names.
Yeah, we just want to. Yeah, we want to get it out there, and we need your help with that. So if you could like and share on iTunes and whatnot, maybe leave us a review. That's like my goal right now. Like, we've set goals, kind of like milestones we want to hit. And right now, my first goal is to get a review on iTunes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
We
it'd be
really
good.
Appreciate you
Like, I
guys.
love you, but not for my wife. Like,
Yeah,
like from somebody who,
someone
like,
who's out there and like doesn't
isn't-
know us and
Yeah.
wants to actually like, and I mean it, like good or bad. Like we said, we're only on episode 10. We're ending our first season.
It's like Game of
Every
Thrones,
say it.
baby. Like Game of Thrones.
$1 million
10
an
episodes,
episode to
10
produce.
episodes, we're out.
But yeah, like we just want to improve for you guys every time. Like, it's something that we enjoy doing, and if it's something that you guys like listening to, we want to we want to do better stuff, so we can go out and do other stuff. So please help and support us. But that's going to be it for episode 10. Thank you again so much for listening, and until next time, you guys, rub-a-dub chub.
Thank you, except for that.
Pause made it weird.
Just
Yeah.
rub it. Rub-a-dub.
No, that also was weird.
No, stop.
Looking real low, rubbing that dough.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye, everyone.
all right, bye. Thank you.